What's good, everybody? It's your boy Tony the Savant, back with another one. I hope everybody's having a good to great day. All right, man, let's get right into this because uh, Miss Angel Reese, who I have become a very big fan of, I say over the past year and a half or so. Um, Star forward for the LSU Tigers, recent NCAA Women's Basketball Champion. Uh, what can you what more could you say about Miss Angel Reese? Definitely has the skill set, the talent of a athletic superstar, has the personality, the humility of a humble celebrity, um, and just an all around decent person. If as far as what I've seen from her so far, and that's just going off interviews and all that kind of stuff. Don't know Miss Angel Reese personally, but I've been impressed with what she's been able to, uh, the image and the production that she's put forth so far. But I gotta admit, man, this whole her not being with the team and not traveling with the LSU Tigers, I have to concede that this is giving me James Harden vibes, man. You know, um, when it comes down to these athletes, a lot of times we can't relate to them, the physical aspect of being an athlete. The common person can't run that fast, it can't jump that high, blah blah blah. So at the end of the day, we relate to these athletes on a commitment based level. What do I mean by that? These athletes have a job to do, and we respect them for not just doing their jobs well, but entertaining while they're doing their jobs. Nonetheless, it's a job. We also, us down, and I ain't even say that, but us that work jobs that are not in professional sports, we have jobs to do too. And we can't just decide that, oh, hey, I don't want to come to work today. I'm good. My boss said something that hurt my feelings. I'm good. I'm not coming to work for the next 2, 3 or so weeks. You would be without employment. Your family would be without shelter. I'm sure resources will begin to dwindle, so forth and so on. Um, and this has become my issue with the athletes of today because it's not that their skill sets or what should I say, their personalities, their egos, if I don't know if I want to say it like that. It's not that those are quote unquote inferior to the athletes of yesterday. No, what's inferior is the commitment to their craft and their profession. And it's almost to the point where it's become an issue so much so to the point where humans, just the casual fans, can see it. If you've been watching sports for a mighty long time like me, you've been seeing it for a while. But now with the recent activities of James Harden, even you can put some of this blame on Kyrie Irving. Although I've kind of agreed with him in some of his stances. Nonetheless, Kyrie is one of those dudes as well who decided, I feel some kind of way. I'm not coming to work, and y'all got to deal with it. Um, James Harden has pulled the same number. We seen him at the beginning of this season, and now we see an Angel Reese. And my biggest disappointment with Angel Reese is that she is one of the brightest spots in women's sports right now. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I enjoy watching women's sports. I'm a fan of most women's sports, but women's sports does not get the attention, and it's because it's not that great of a product. Let's be 100. I'm not gonna sit here and give them flowers and then not be honest about them. It's not that great of a product. You have to be a hardcore sports fan to truly enjoy the WNBA. I'll say this off the rip. I'll enjoy women college sports more. But you got to be a true dedicated fan and enjoy something like the WNBA. And it's kind of like that with most women's sports, not all, just give or take. It's always a little bit inferior in some kind of way to the men's sports. But that's not a total bad thing. It leaves it leaves plenty of room for opportunity, I believe, for these ladies. But anyway, that's another video for another day. Miss Angel Reese has been a bright spot in women's sports, so it disappoints me. It kind of hurts my heart to see that she's doing this. Well, for whatever reason, whatever the reason, if it's something that so bad, that's so horrible, I implore Angel Reese to share it with the audience. It may come with some consequences or whatever, but she has her own fan base now, a very strong fan base as well, to the point that whatever she wanted to do after this, if the LSU Tigers were truly mistreating her and basketball wasn't where her passion was any longer, and tell it to the people. You got a fan base. I'm a part of it. We'll understand and we're going to rock with you. And if it's not something so bad, then Angel, you're totally in the wrong for this. Totally in the wrong. And we're talking about setting the example for younger athletes. As a younger athlete, you know what I mean? Let's be a buck. Angel Reese probably has more influence over young athletic women right now than let's just say Candace Parker. Let's be a buck. Angel Reese is probably more accessible to these kids than an Asia Wilson, even. Probably the top dog in the WNBA. I'm positively sure the high school girls, but the girls, the young ladies, excuse my language, that play high school basketball, look to Angel Reese. You know what I mean? They may look to the WNBA, Asia Wilsons, and all those guys too. But I'm sure Angel Reese is a huge role model for young women athletes right now. And to see how these events are unfolding, again, like I said, it just kind of hurts me because I'm a big fan of Angel Reese. This past year and a half, with her making the decision to go to LSU, do something better for herself, and then committing to that move to the point where she wins a championship, really validates her. Her decision making, and really validates her legacy. It disappoints me to see that Angel is going about things this way. And Coach Kim Mulkey, I believe her name is Moki. Originally I didn't get his story much gas because Coach Kim was saying things like, "Hey, I got to protect my players." Angel's doing her thing. I understand she was upset. Oh yes, I don't know if I said this. I had an article in front of me from ESPN I was going to read, but I just started getting it right into the bars. But anyway, Coach Kim, originally her stance was, "I'm gonna protect my players," and Angel's going through what she's doing her thing. She didn't say that she was going through anything, but made a statement that Angel would return to the team when she was ready to return to the team, essentially. And now her stance is 180'd a little bit. Now she's saying, "Hey, I can't protect my players all the time. They got their own things going on." So, very interesting to see, like I say, the unfolding of these events. And definitely it brings some concerns if you're a huge Angel Reese fan like me. If you're a huge sports fan like me, it's going to bring some concerns because we just seen James Harden going through all this divaness. We've seen different players, different athletes in different sports go through all this diva stuff, man, and it's never worth it. You know what I mean? The trouble is never worth the results, I should say. Because James Harden, just to bring him back into it a little bit, he was giving Houston a bunch of flux. He was giving them the flux. Goes to Brooklyn, he links up with two of the greatest basketball players of in NBA history and does absolutely nothing with it. So, what was all that fuss about in Houston? You wanted to get out of here so bad that you went over to this team and stunk it up even worse. That's crazy to me, So I hope Angel ain't following in those footsteps, and I hope that she does return to the team, gets back to her, championship form. And I've been of the opinion that the LSU Tigers women basketball team would repeat this season. And then, Caitlin Clark, as exciting as she is over there, I believe in Iowa. Exciting as that team is, I just think the Angel and the LSU Tigers are the full package. Got the young lady Van Lith, what was it, Haley Van Lith, I think her name is. Big fan of hers. Flaugier, I think her name is. I'm a big fan of hers. So they got pieces outside of Angel that I believe that can contribute to a championship. But yeah, definitely, most certainly, I'm worried about my girl Angel. But that's all I got for y'all on this one, man. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on the channel. Definitely appreciate the love and support. Y'all know my slogan. Y'all the bosses. I'm the guy that loves to work. Let me get back to work.